أشهد أن لا لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
The 2018 Hajj exercise can best be described as the unsurpassed pilgrimage ever seen in the history of Adamawa Hajj operations. It was an exercise well planned and organized right from its inception. Despite the introduction of new set of rules by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, against all odds, the Adamawa State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board has shown its commitment to meeting up with the task. Away from the norms, the 2018 Hajj camp was arguably the best across the country. Here, pilgrims enjoyed all the luxury needed before the airlift to the Holy Land. August 2018 was the inaugural flight for Adamawa pilgrims, and as usual, Governor Umaru Muhammad Jibrila Bindo left his official engagement to bid farewell to the first batch of the pilgrims. He urged the pilgrims to be good ambassadors of the state while in the Holy Land, pledging improved welfare package and a financial assistance to the pilgrims.
Domin ban so in ji kuna cikin wahala, zan ba kowane ma'aikaci riyal 200.
After hours of intensive medical and security scrutiny, the pilgrims departed Yola International Airport to Medina, Saudi Arabia. At about 5 a.m. Nigerian time, the first batch of pilgrims arrived Medina, and then subsequently the second, the third batches also arrived Medina. While in Medina, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria secured a befitting accommodation very close to the Masjid Anabawi Mosque.
We were received by the National Hajj Commission, who transported us to our hotel in convoy and provided us with accommodation in a 5-star hotel. I would say the reception is superb.
After spending days in the holy city of Medina, visiting Islamic historical places, Adamawa pilgrims began moving to Mecca, the epic center of the pilgrimage. Their first bus stop was the Mikat Mosque, a place where pilgrims coming out of Medina stop to purify themselves and wear Imran, as well as make known their intentions to perform Umrah. With this, the intending pilgrims are set to go, chanting the Talbiyah, meaning Allah has called and we have answered the call.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Slowly and gradually, things began to take shape for the better. The intending Muslim pilgrims embarked on an 8-hour journey to Mecca. And after hours on the road, the pilgrims finally arrived Mecca. For the first time in the history of Adamawa State Hajj operations, the Adamawa State Governor, Senator Umaru Jibrilla, secured a suitable accommodation for the Adamawa pilgrims in Mecca that accommodated all the pilgrims. With the state-of-the-art facility and its closeness to the Kaaba Mosque, it is unmistakably a five-star hotel. Among all the states in Nigeria, Adamawa is the only state that has provided its pilgrims with such hospitality and facility. The serenity and conducive atmosphere of the building and its breathtaking architectural design makes it a standout accommodation.
This year's Hajj is exceptional, like I said, because all hands were on deck, and like I said, especially His Excellency. He did have the commitment, the passion to see that this year's Hajj is very successful. It's more successful than the previous Hajj. So in this regard, he came along also during the pre-Hajj that we come to also inspect the accommodation that we are going to house the people. He came to inspect it by himself. He now insists that this is the accommodation that he wants to house his own people.
The committee saddled with the responsibility of allocating rooms to the pilgrims did remarkably well in the exercise. Sahabo Magaji and Adamu Gire, who are members of the committee, did a wonderful job of ensuring each pilgrim was allocated a room.
Wato gaskiya tun da muke na aikin hajji na jihar Adamawa ba mu taba samu babban gida wanda ya dauki mahajjatan Adamawa gaba daya ba sai bana shekara 2018 aikin hajji. Don haka gaskiya mun gode ma gwamnatin Adamawa, mun gode ma His Excellency Senator Muhammadu Bindo don ya dauki alkawari kuma ya cika. Gaskiya alhamdulillah mun gode masa sosai.
These giant strides of Governor Jibrilla towards the welfare of pilgrims made officials to commend the governor.
Za mu gode wa gwamnatin jihar Adamawa. Duk abin da ya kamata a yi don kula da Alhaji mun ga masa an bamu.
Since we arrived here in Mecca, we all observed that the kind of accommodation provided to Adamawa pilgrims, it is first of its kind, because in the history of Adamawa State, we never had it so good as this time.
The feeding arrangement in Mecca was also an eye-opener. The pilgrims were treated and served with different dishes, both local and international delicacies. Zaad Al-Wufud is the catering service provider for Adamawa pilgrims. The company has over the years been providing top-notch dishes, thus making pilgrims feel at home. However, there was a slight difference from what was obtainable in the past. This time, it was on the serve-yourself basis. The system is aimed at giving Adamawa pilgrims a sense of belonging. And in order to ensure balanced diet, fruits, yogurt and salad becomes an integral part of the meal. However, with the arrival of all Adamawa pilgrims to Mecca from Medina, it signifies that all was now set for the commencement of the Hajj operation. And barely days to the Arafat, Governor Umaru Jibrilla redeemed his pledge of giving every pilgrim 200 Saudi Riyal. That's approximately 20,000 naira each.
Alkawali gwamna ya cika alkawali farko ya ba ma ES ya kawo ES kuma ya kawo a bayyana jama'a ya nuna cewa ga alkawalin da gwamna ya bayar ba abin da za mu faɗa a madadin alazai Adamawa gaba daya mun gode Allah ya saka da alheri.
With this financial support from the governor, the pilgrims can be rest assured that the 3 days stay in Mina will be a joyous one. Preparatory to the Hajj proper, officials of Adamawa State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board moved the intending pilgrims to Mina, the 10th city, for the Hajj exercise proper. And while in Mina, the intending pilgrims are expected to spend 3 days fulfilling all the Hajj rituals, from standing on the Arafat plains to spending the night in Mudalifa and subsequently stoning of the devil in Jamraat.
Well, now we are in Mina, and we are expected to pass the night here in Mina, and then tomorrow we proceed to Arafah for the performance of standing Arafah, and then we should be there to perform the Zuhur and Asr prayer at the same time. Then from there we continue staying or be standing, supplicating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala up to the sunset, and then from there we'll now move back to Muzdalifah, and then also combine our prayers Maghrib and Isha at the same time, and then sleep there, pick stones that we can use in stoning the shaitan, and then from there we proceed back to Mina, and then follow the programs that was laid by the Saudi authority until such a time when they said we should move to Jamrat and then go and stone the Jamrat. That is Jamratul Aqaba.
Abu na farko dai a yawaita istighfari, sa'annan kuma a yawaita salati ga manzon Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, sa'annan a yawaita talbiya, kuma a yi sallah a cikin jam'i, musamman a samu sallan azhar, la'asar, mangariba da isha.
From Mina, the pilgrims were also moved to the Arafat Plains, a place where the core exercise takes place. It has been reported in the Holy Quran that Hajj rites cannot be completed without standing on the plains of Arafat, and anyone who prays there, his prayers are as good as answered. This has prompted Adamawa pilgrims to use the opportunity to pray for Governor Umaru Jibrilla, the state, and the country at large. In order to make this year's Hajj exercise a success, Governor Umaru Jibrilla Bindo barred some key officials of the Adamawa State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board from performing the 2018 Hajj. This, according to the governor, is aimed at making the officials focus their attention more on pilgrims and improve their welfare. The directive has since yielded positive results, as Engineer Umar Boboy, alongside other officials, complied with the directive as they moved from tent to tent, attending to problems and improving pilgrims' welfare.
Yeah, there was that he too gave the directive, but even before then, there was also a program by the National Hajj that at least as a percentage of the officials should sacrifice their Hajj to be able to move around during the Mushair, during the Hajj days, to move around from the Arafat, from the to Mina, to Muzdalifah, and so on and so forth. But once you are in the Hiram, you cannot be able to move about, especially on the Arafat day. So this year we said, I and the Director of Operation, Director of Finance, and the Staff Officer, we should be the first people to show that example. We sacrificed our Hajj, and we were able to move around. And as you can see, it was not a wasted effort. And like you rightly said, even His Excellency gave that directive that he observed during the previous Hajj. There is need for some of us, especially the officials, to make themselves available all through the Hajj available without necessarily having the restriction of the ihram.
As pilgrims completed their spiritual journey to Arafat and Muzdalifah, they all returned to Mina. The Adamawa State House of Assembly Committee Chairman on Muslim Pilgrims Affairs, Safiano Muleng, during an on-the-spot assessment visit to the pilgrims in Mina, expressed satisfaction with the arrangements made for Adamawa pilgrims.
The performance of the committee and the Hajj committee is 100%. Because honestly, I have been in Hajj at least 2 or 3 times. So being as a committee of the Hajj and the board, honestly, the performance that been given to the people of Adamawa State, honestly, is 100%.
From Mina, the 10th city, the pilgrims were conveyed back to Mecca after the fulfillment of their Hajj rites. The successful 2018 Hajj operations, no doubt, is one of the best Hajj exercises in recent times. This is affirmed during the post-Arafat meeting, an award ceremony organized by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON. The meeting is aimed at reflecting on the successes and challenges of the 2018 Hajj exercise. During the meeting, awards were presented to outstanding states for the year 2017-2018 Hajj operations. Adamawa State Governor Umaru Jibrilla emerged the most supportive governor for his commitment towards the welfare of pilgrims from Adamawa State. Similarly, the Executive Secretary, Adamawa Muslims Pilgrims Welfare Board, Engineer Umar Boboy, also backed the award of Most Innovative Executive Secretary in Nigeria for the year 2017-2018.
I just want to say, like you said, we shared on behalf of the recipients the recognition that we got this evening. We want to thank the Commission for the recognition, and we wish the remaining states will also be found worthy of recognition in the next coming years. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We first and foremost thanks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us the opportunity to witness this occasion. And our 2 sons were honored and they deserve it.
Gaskiya tunda nake zuwa aikin hajjin nan ban taba yin farin cikin irin na jiya da daddare da aka karrama mai girma gavna Muhammadu Bindo da kuma ES namu Raji Injiniya Umar Bubbai ba. Don ga gaskiya a dubi fa jihohi 36 da Abuja FCT ba a samu inda aka karrama gavna na jiha shine mafi taimako ba, sannan kuma zuwa karrama babban sakatare akan matsayi cewa shine ya fi kyautatawa alhazansa, komai nashi alhazai ne a gaba. To kuma a gaskiya wannan abun farin ciki ne kuma abun alheri ne babba, kuma abun da ya kamata dukkan mutane Adama mu yi alfahari da shi.
Domin mai girma gwamna ya cancanci yabo, kuma ya cancanci a gode masa, kuma ya cancanci irin wannan girmamawa da aka yi masa. Na farko mutum ne wanda yana kokari ya ga cewa mutanensa, talakawansa shine a gabansa. So kaga duk abin da ake yi, kake gani duk gudunmawar da ya kamata gwamnati ta bayar wa hukumar jin daɗin alhazai ya ba su. Duk burin shi ya ga cewa alhaji ya zo Makka ya yi aikin ibada lafiya, ya kuma koma gida ya tadda iyalansa lafiya.
He said he is awarding governor as the most supportive of Hajj exercise, and that is very true. It's not a surprise. He is the most supportive, in the sense that I normally say it. I was awarded for being the most innovative So whatever renovations or whatever things that you want to introduce, whatever strategies or proactive measures that you want to take to warrant the award, you cannot achieve it without the full support of the governor. So there might be so many across the states that might have also have these initiatives, but maybe they have not gotten the support I got from the governor. So as you heard the chairman saying, there are a lot of things, even what they do in the headquarters, that were my initiatives, like the registration form, the payment through the bank draft, and the allocations of rooms. There are a lot of things. They said there are about 10 or 11 things that I was the person who initiated them during our various meetings in Abuja. So, and those things, they said, has added in no small means. It has added in the improvement on the Hajj exercise as itself. So you'll notice that you may be making your own small contribution in the meetings, but there might be a milestone. So, but whatever it is, like I said, you couldn't be there apart from even His Excellency having believing in you.
These prestigious awards are an addendum to the unwavering support and commitment shown by Governor Umaru Jibrilla and officials of the Adamawa State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board under the leadership of Engineer Umar Boboy. For Engineer Umar Boboy, the 2018 journey to the Holy Land is a breakthrough for the state's Hajj operations. Indeed, the journey for a lifetime was a huge success.
Allah